Welcome to Mama's Basement. It's Minnesota Twins franchise episode number 89. We're on the road in Kauffman Stadium to take on the Kansas City Royals. It is the final series of the month of July here in year number 2 of our Minnesota Twins franchise. Again, this is a marathon franchise that will carry over into MLB The Show 18 when it comes out next spring. First game of this 3-game series, a wild one in the K. A 12-10 victory for the Minnesota Twins, who improved to 45-59. And the Royals lead the season series 6-4. Trevor May gets his first save of the season. Alex Meyer picks up the win for the Twins. All right, Ervin Santana has been activated from the 10-day disabled list, and he will be on the active roster for the next game. And Ryan Flaherty has been optioned back down to AAA Rochester. He was filling in as a utility player while Ervin Santana was on the 10-day DL. Game number 2 of this series with the Royals. The Royals win it 2-1, improving to 55-48. Kelvin Herrera with the win. Jim Johnson with the loss. Cole Calhoun 2 for 5 with a double. Lorenzo Cain 2 for 6 with a double. Hunter Dozier 1 for 5 with an RBI for the Royals. And game number 106 from Kauffman Stadium is the final game of this 3-game series. Ian Kennedy takes the hill for the Royals. 21st start, he's just 3-7. Of ERA over 4. 106 strikeouts to 37 walks for Ian Kennedy. And he will face Alex Wood, who was brilliant in his last outing for the Twins. This will be start number 10 on the year, a 3.14 ERA. 35 strikeouts, 11 walks. We get this one underway in the second. Kenny Vargas, 294, 10 home runs, 35 RBIs on the year. Nobody on base. Here's the delivery. And Vargas drives it into the gap in left center field. That one's heading towards the wall. It is back at the wall, and it's gone. A home run for Kenny Vargas. 11th on the year, and it gets the Twins a 1-0 lead to start the game. Jose Bautista steps in. He's 1 for 1 on the day. 264, 26 home runs. I think that's good enough for third in the American League. Here's the delivery from Wood, and it is a knuckle curve, and Bautista is out in front of it. Bautista goes down swinging. Salvador Perez to the plate now. 249 with 11 home runs. A runner on first. He grounds it hard to third. On to second, and the double play is turned beautifully. 5-4-3 double play. There's Dominguez to Bonifacio to Mauer. Jose Bautista with a runner on second and 2 outs. Bautista drives it to center field. And Byron Buxton settles underneath it and makes the catch to end the inning. At the end of 6, it's still 1-0 Twins. Danny Santana on now to pinch run for Kenny Vargas with Jorge Polanco at the plate. Polanco, the ball gets away from Salvador Perez. Santana gets a late break for third, but he still manages to slide in under the tag of Hunter Dozier. Polanco lifts one to right field now. It's fairly shallow. Santana tagging, and the throw is up the first baseline. Santana will slide in and score. Jorge Polanco with an RBI sac fly. In the middle of 7, it's 2-0 Minnesota. We go to the 9th. Eric O'Flaherty on for the Royals. His ERA is a 1.48 in 30 1/3 innings. He's going to face Matt Dominguez. His batting average has dropped below 300. Danny Santana on first with nobody out, and Danny Santana's off with the pitch. Here comes the throw from Salvador Perez from his knees, and it is not in time. Santana steals the bag. And Matt Dominguez lifts one into right field. It's going to drop. And Santana's heading for third late, but he still gets under the tag. A little hesitant on the base running by Santana, and we've got runners at the corners now with 1 out, and Emilio Bonifacio at the plate. Bonifacio lifts it to center. Santana tagging again. He's going to head for the plate. Throw is going to be cut off. And the Twins score once again. Danny Santana, deja vu. Middle of the 9th, it's 3-0 Twins. Kevin Segrist on. 2 saves on the year. His 35th appearance, 2.77 ERA. Joey Bats to face him. He's batting .263. Runner on first with one out, and Joey Bats is going to hit one through the hole on the left side. Runner advances to second. We've got 2 on for Eric Hosmer, who represents the game-tying run with 1 out. Haas on the delivery from Segrist. On to Bonifacio, on to Maurer for the double play. And that ends the ball game here in Kansas City. The Twins with a 3-0 shutout to close out this series. The Royals lead the season series 7-5. Alex Wood gets the win. He improves to 4-3. He goes 6 1/3, gives up only 3 hits. 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Kevin Segrist picks up his 3rd save. Kenny Vargas 2 for 3 with a home run and an RBI for Minnesota. Trade deadline news. As this is it, guys. This is the trade deadline. And the Minnesota Twins have traded Phil Hughes to the Colorado Rockies. Overall, he is an 86. 30-year-old from California. The Rockies will get him for the home stretch. And the Twins acquire Raimel Tapia, the left fielder, 23 years old, 70 overall, potential a B. He's from the Dominican Republic, good contact hitter, solid fielder, good speed guy, and a good base runner, but not necessarily a great stolen base threat. We also get Tyler Nevin, a third baseman from the Rockies. He's only 19 years old. His potential is a B. He's at 60 right now, and he has a long ways to go. Tyler Chatwood was recalled from AAA Rochester, as both of those players that we acquired from the Rockies will be playing in the minor leagues. We had to fill Phil Hughes' spot on the roster. So Phil Hughes will always be remembered in Twins franchise for the no-hitter he threw last year. If you haven't seen the no-hitter, it's episode number 34, I believe. Go back through the archives and watch that one to see Phil Hughes' no-hitter for us last year. It was an epic game. As you view the standings heading into the end of this episode, up next, we take on the Cleveland Indians as we open up the month of August here on Twins franchise. Kind of excited to get to September and see what we do with the September call-ups and what kind of look we can get at some of this young talent that we've assembled over the trade deadline over the past 2 or 3 weeks. So that is it for this Twins episode. Up next, the Cleveland Indians in episode number 90.